I could argue we should care more about Mexico than about Israel. Or we could argue that we should care more about El Salvador than about Israel, because I believe there are probably several million El Salvadorans here in the United States of America. So why doesn't Romney go to San Salvador and give a speech about the relationship between the two nations? Why doesn't he go to Mexico City and give a speech? It's an interesting question. And, I mean, there's only a few answers to that question. And one of them is that Israel faces an existential annihilation by Iran, who has said clearly over and over again they're going to wipe out all the Jews and wipe Israel off the map. That's what Ahmadinejad said. If we had a real UN that was worth anything, and I'm a real believer that we should eliminate the UN, we should leave it and throw them out of New York. I felt that a long time. They're nothing but a pack of you-know-whats. They hate this country. They stand for everything wrong in the world. If there was a legitimate United Nations, Ahmadinejad would have been arrested for crimes against humanity. But no, there's no UN. There's of no value whatsoever. Now, at the same time we're talking about this, and I'm going to take your calls here at 1-800-449-8255, why should America care about Israel? I'd like your answer. My position, I don't even if you know my position, nor do I think my position is that important, because I'm only one of hundreds of millions of Americans. I have a radio show, but it's only one vote, one man, one vote. So I have an opinion, and it may not be the one you think it is, but I'm asking you, why are we so obsessed with Israel? What is this all about? I think it's worth discussion. I mean, Romney is there. Obama's abandoned Israel. Many of you think that's a good thing because you're communists, leftists, socialists, anarchists, and so therefore that's a good thing to most of you extreme leftists. You don't like Israel. Romney, of course, is trying to garner not only the Jewish vote, which is not that big, by the way, but the evangelical vote, which is very large. And it seems to me that the only friends in the world that Israel really has are the American evangelicals. And what's the paradox here, or the irony, if you want to put it the other way, is that this is an amazing thing. The evangelical Christians are a better friend of Israel than are secular liberal Jews in the United States of America. Secular liberal Jews have almost no affinity for Israel. In my experience and estimation, secular liberal Jews who have no spine to begin with and no sense of America, no sense of borders, language, or culture, certainly could care less about Israel or its survival. So the only friends that Israel really has in this country, amongst any large voting bloc, are amongst the evangelical Christians. And therefore Romney is trying to tell them he's a friend of Israel, to make them understand that although he is a social liberal, which he is, Romney's a social liberal. Why fool yourself? He is worthy of their attention and is worthy of their vote because he likes Israel and he's on their side and he'll protect them, certainly more so than will the wonderful fellow that we now have in the White House.